Welcome back to another edition of Special Situations Investing with Greg. In this week's video, I will be talking about Sunnyside Bancorp Incorporated. It's in the middle of a merger process. Check it out. Hey everyone, welcome back to another edition of my YouTube channel on Special Situations Investing and my personal investing practice. As a quick disclaimer, this video is for educational purposes only. Any companies that I mention in this presentation are discussed solely for illustrative purposes. Discussing such companies and the specifics about them is to help educate me and educate you about certain special situations. It is not a solicitation to purchase them. I recommend that you conduct your own research and identify why you might want to own the company yourself prior to your committing of any funds. I also recommend that you seek the services of a financial advisor that has considered your personal situation as your fiduciary. And then finally, may your education here grow your knowledge, improve your personal investing performance, and give you the confidence to take control of your future. Thanks a bunch for watching. Now on to the video. Welcome back everyone, Investing Mutants. I have a different treat for you this week. Instead of a tender offer, as I was digging through my tender offers, I found an interesting little story about Sunnyside Bancorp. And I thought that you might find it interesting to dig into this and see what you could find. And I'll make sure that there's SEC filings. You can take a look at the company yourself. But the interesting thing about this company is it's a small single branch savings and loan branch, and it's kind of in the middle of going through a merger process, but the SEC filing that I read was from a person that is not part of the current merger process, and so it looks like there might be some merger arbitrage to play with this one. So let's get into the story, and you can understand what I'm thinking about when I look at this one. First and foremost, Sunnyside Bancorp is based in Irvington, New York. It's north of the main New York City area, and it seems like it's a pretty well built up, well established little town north of the great city of New York City. And this bank is currently going through the process of a merger with Rhodium BA Holdings LLC. So Rhodium BA Holdings, apparently they're trying to purchase the bank. They've been going through this for a couple of months now, and as that has happened, it looks like it's getting heated up with another person that's also interested in purchasing the bank, and his name is Mr. Kenneth J. Torsoe. So Mr. Torsoe, he has offered for the bank $22 a share, and he's interested in the bank for his own reasons. He doesn't really disclose why. I think he may want to incorporate it in another bank that he currently owns. He's a local banking investor for the greater East Coast seaboard, New York, New Jersey area, and it looks like he wants to purchase this bank to give him a good presence in that area. That's just my speculation, just my thoughts looking at it. And he keeps putting in offers, and apparently he's getting ignored by the board, and they keep going back to Rhodium and saying, "Hey, can you match the offer? Can you match the offer?" Well, Rhodium has raised their price once, just recently, this last week, because of Mr. Torsoe's commitment and his desire to get a reasonable price for the company. And now he's put in another offer, Mr. Torsoe, for $22 a share for the bank, and that represents a significant premium. The current share price is $19.05, and the current Rhodium price for their merger is $20.25. So just in that, there's about a 6.3% upside potential as long as you can get into it at a certain price, and we'll talk about that a little bit later. But if you were able to get the $22 a share or even higher, which is what Mr. Torsoe is proposing, then it could represent a significant amount of upside for the would-be investor. I've looked at this one. It might be an interesting one to get into, but I don't have any capital available, so I'm unable to participate in it at this time. That may change over the next couple of weeks. PTSI, PAM Transport is completing their tender offer, and I've got a significant portion of my holdings in that one right now. I found reading the article. I found reading the SEC articles about Mr. Torsoe to be rather interesting, to say the least. It seems like he's just frustrated that the management doesn't even seem to acknowledge what he's been doing, and there have been a couple of different SEC filings with him saying, "Hey, come to the table, come to the table, come to the table. I'm interested, I'm interested, I'm interested." So I'll make sure there's a link for it. You guys can take a look at it and tell me what you think. If you have a different perspective on this, I would be more than happy to entertain different perspectives on it. If you are interested in this merger arbitrage, just be aware that it is in the over-the-counter market. Now, the over-the-counter market usually means that it's thinly traded. It's a smaller company. In this case, they have a market cap of about 14 million, I think, is what I saw when I looked it up. And the ability for things to change very rapidly with the share price on these can be significant. So just be aware that that's what you're entering into if you decide to get into it. Also be aware that Mr. Torsoe, this isn't a commitment for him to purchase the bank at $22 a share. It's him trying to get them to come to the table so that he can purchase it at $22 or more per share for the company. And that should happen by the 10th of September. So this could be a very quick turnaround if things go in his favor, or it could be a very quick turnaround of him saying, you know what, I'm done with this, and the share price could drop out of that. The other thing is to pay attention to the fact that because it's on the over-the-counter markets, you're just going to you might have additional fees with your broker. There's additional things that usually go into it with over-the-counter transactions. In any case, I found this one to be a very interesting little merger arbitrage opportunity. If anyone's interested, please let me know if you go ahead and participate in it. I use that as a gauge to see if what I am providing is useful to you, and we'll catch you next week. Thanks a bunch, guys.